All right, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G, back at y'all with another one. Man, I got Marlon up in the building. I got B up in the building. We got a lot to talk about, man. We definitely got to get into this Saints schedule. Everybody, oh shit, hold on. Yeah, man, I think I had my Twitter. Think I had my Twitter still open. Oh, 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 because I got my YouTube. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. All right, back at y'all, man. Y'all just gotta y'all gotta ignore the echo when I have the actual YouTube in the background as well. So ignore that part. But yeah, man, we gotta get into a lot, man. We got the same schedule had just dropped. We got a lot of new players just had got added to the team that people are excited about. And before we get into the schedule, before we get into the record prediction, the early record prediction. I know y'all want to hear what Marlon think. I know y'all want to hear what B think. We got to talk about a few players that they added to the team, man. This dude right here, he got a lot of fanfare, man. We got to talk about him. What y'all think about the wide receiver that we just added, man? The young kid. I think he's like the related to a star wrestler, man. Like, what y'all think about him, man? How y'all think he's gonna do up in camp? He got a lot of fanfare. He got a lot of high praise. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you, Marlon, since you checked in first, man. What you think?
I mean, I don't think he gonna make the team. I think it's a cool story though. Like the Steiners, they actually they come from a high school that's like 7 miles away from me, so it's not far. So I'm like, I heard of him. Even the one Brian Breaker, like he played at the same college I went to, so like I knew about him before he was wrestling and all that. So I think it's cool. I'm not going to completely shut the window on the guy potentially making the team, but I think it's like really, really slim chances because I think you got about 7, 8 dudes competing for one spot. But I mean, he got an opportunity, and that's as a UDFA, that's all you want.
Yeah, man. I can tell you one thing. He is, that of that type of build. Like we just got trees at wide receiver right now. It's just crazy how what a year could do. Like everybody was saying how we just had midgets, a lot of 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" guys. Now we just getting nothing but guys, just huge and can run like deers out there. So man, that's definitely what we want to see to help out in the red zone and to just get tough yardage. What you think about the signing B?
I mean, I'm kind of with Marlon, man. I think it's much ado about nothing, to be honest with you, because it's like Marlon said a minute ago. Who's spot he taking? You got 7 dudes ahead of you. Now, do I think he can get stashed on the practice squad? Maybe they, fake an injury, put him on injury reserve and stash him until next year. But who's spot he taking? You're not going to take Barry and Brown's spot. You're not taking Bryce Land's spot. We know who the top three are. That's Vele, Tyson, and Olave. So you got 5 wide receivers right there. You fighting Polk, you fighting Trey Palmer. Now, are they expendable? Of course they are. So can I see him making it? By beating them out, possibly. But I mean, they gave up draft capital to get Polk to see what he could do to kind of, be another speedster. So I mean, is it possible? There's an outside chance, but I don't see it. I'm like, who's spot he gonna take? You got 7 dudes ahead of him, and you got another 6'5" dude in Alford who they got from the CFL that they might try to stash as well. So I mean, it sounds like a good story, but I don't think it's gonna come to fruition. I just think the boy delaying his time in the WWE.
Mm. And his name is Brock Ricksteiner. I be butchering names, but hopefully that came off some type of close to it. So I know a lot of people are looking at him, bro, and he kind of remind me of another Lucas Crawl. So you got to show me now, man. Through the preseason, bro. I'm from the show me state. You got to show me that you could make this team, and then after that, you got to show me that you could be when your name get called on, you go make plays. Um, Also, in other news, we got Nick Saldiveri. He's placed on PUP. Is the Nick Saldiveri experiment over, Marlon?
Yeah, that entire draft class is just it's a rough draft class. You have Brzee, whatever you think of him, and you have Howden, who's a solid backup as a fifth round pick, but like nobody hit above their means. Like Saldivari was the first pick of the fourth round. They traded up to get him. Like they didn't steal any starters in those middle rounds, the important rounds of that draft, like the second, third, fourth. They didn't steal any like players, and nobody became starters or viable backups. So it's just a disaster of a draft class, but it was a disaster of an off season and a disaster of an era. So I mean, they put him on pup so he can, I guess, get his money that he'll get. Like he'll still get the whatever $1 million he was supposed to get, but his NFL career is probably over because he's just never available. So it is what it is. We moving on anyway. I didn't think he was gonna make the team at this point. So
Hmm. What you got, B?
His career was over before it started. I mean,
Hmm.
when he came into camp, like he was instantly injured the minute that he got to the Saints, and it's never been anything other than that. Like you don't want a player is bad when they won't put them in on special teams and jumbo packages. All right, we finally scored a touchdown. Let's line up and kick the extra point. He ain't on the field. Like why? Like you mean to tell me he can't even get on the field as an extra blocker? Yeah, his career been over. So whether it be injuries, whether it's poor play, whether it be the fact that just because he was drafted by Dennis Allen, we knew it was gonna fail. Whatever it was never gonna go. And I mean, the boy nickname was like Salsa Verde or something like that. I think Adam and them gave him that. So you basically, man, sound like a chip. Some tortilla chips or something like that. It was never gonna work, man. Get him out of here. I'm I'm
Hmm.
I'm actually surprised the Saints let him keep his money before they cut him because they could have just outright cut him.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of people was hoping that he can take Ruiz spot, but man, it just never, came to fruition, man. And I remember when we first drafted that dude, a lot of people had big high hopes about him. That's why
yeah,
now, dog, I'm from the Show Me State.
you draft a guy like that when you draft like those fourth round guards, it's really like you expect them to potentially be in the jumbo packages by year one or by the end of year one, and potentially they can be a starter sometime by the second or third year. You got nothing out of that. So
Hmm.
like it's just a bad pick. So I'm glad they moving on. You don't hoard bad players.
All right, another guy that we got to speak on, man. He's getting some fanfare right now too. Hope I don't butcher his name. Xavier Harris, man. He reported to mini camp. I mean Saints rookie camp, and he's still recovering from a foot surgery, according to Nick Underhill. Man, I was hearing that this guy was like, one of the best available, like in a large portion of the mid rounds of the draft. Man, what you think about the guy in Harris, Marlon?
I thought if he was like, I mean, he has a foot injury, but like if he didn't have so much trouble, like just off the field, you looking at like a late day two, early day three pick, like a late third round, early fourth round pick. Like he's talented, he's a good player, but you got just a lot of off the field concerns. But I mean, it's like almost getting how you took Christian Harris at the top of the second. It's like getting another cheap defensive tackle that's like a third, fourth round value. So like, he's a good player. He's one of those players who gotta have his head screwed on script like straight. But I'm not gonna compare him to like certain situations or certain players. I'd probably say his situation more in line with Carl Granderson. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do. I see some people compare him to like Chauncey Gardner Johnson. Chauncey Gardner Johnson never got in trouble. Like even in the NFL, he never got in trouble in college. His shit was like personality clashes with like coaching staffs and stuff like that. So they situations not alike, but this he a talented player. I think he can make the roster if he's healthy because he did have a foot surgery. But I think this is the type of player where you stash this type of player. If he don't get in no trouble, you stash him because it's like getting with the rookie contracts, they get the if they get through with the UDFA's, if they go through like the full contract, you get them like for 4 years anyway. So it's like getting a good player potentially for the next 3 to 4 years that can just be a part of your rotation. So I like the thing. He just gotta like keep out of trouble because he got some real accusations on him.
Well, I don't know what accusations got. I don't know what accusations he got, but you know, I'm hearing that it is some type of domestic stuff. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a domestic violence thing, and then the year before it was like I think a DUI, and then I don't know if he was underage when it happened. I mean, he a big ass dude, so you got to really be drinking to get drunk at 6'8", 330. So because that's a big dude.
yeah, and it's crazy because I see a lot of Saints fans like, man, this is the type of players that we need. We need these gritty, you know, players that uh got like little off field issues and stuff. We need some players with some screws loose, especially on the defense. You need the middle linebackers that go to jail. You need them defensive tackles that's a head case. You know, do you put a lot of stock into that? B, like what you think about the signing?
Fuck him. I hope he get cut twice. Bro, I'm a father with daughters.
Hmm.
Domestic violence ain't gonna never hit with me. You do domestic violence, sexual assault, something like that, it's fuck you forever. That's just me. You know how you were saying it's one of those, tell you so you could clip it. That's mine right there. Fuck him. I hope he get cut twice. I don't like domestic violence. I don't like sexual assault, man. Like, look, if he was just one of these, mess ups, bro, a DUI. I'm not saying that's cool. I lost a cousin from a DUI, so I'm not saying it's cool. It's a little bit more understandable for a college kid to catch a DUI. You got a traffic ticket, a speeding ticket, that's a little bit more understandable. Hell, even some of the other off field stuff that could happen, ball fights, you know what I'm saying? Like he got caught with marijuana. I'm all good with that. The minute I hear you put your hands on a woman in any kind of negative way, it's all bets is off for me. I don't give a damn if he was 6'9", 330, ran a 4.240. I don't care about none of his measurements. Get him off the team. I hope he never make a team. Fuck him.
Yeah, you got some teams like the Raiders. They got like a policy. They wouldn't. They got like a domestic violence policy. If you got any DV policy or anything of those accusations like that, they just stay away from you. So I mean, it's obviously a risk. It's not gonna make everybody happy.
Yeah, man. I remember when we cut what his name was, Junior Gillette, and that video came out, and he was still trying to. One day he'll try to get back on the Saints, the next day he'll throw Sean Payton under the bus. It was just a mess with that, bro. But when that video came out, I think everybody just kind of like was cool off of him. But let's go ahead on and get into the schedule, man. We're gonna give our early prediction, man. We're gonna give our reasons why we're gonna think we're gonna lose. We're gonna give our reasons why we think we're gonna win, and then at the end we're gonna just see what we all got, man. A lot of people they feeling like this team could go 10 plus wins. They got some people who still kind of unsure and they gotta, prove it to them. So we're gonna see where we end up, man. First game of the year, man, we gotta go see the Lions, man. We got the Lions week 1. I didn't see people talk about it on social media. Some people saying, man, they ain't scared of the Lions. Y'all just, giving us the loss off the bat, man. We gonna go up in there and beat this team. And some people saying, man, that's still the Lions. They're a contender. Like I ain't about to just say we gonna just go up in there and win off the bat. We gotta prove some stuff. So I want to know how y'all feeling, man. Let me go ahead on and get your prediction first and tell me why you think we're gonna win and why you think we're gonna lose, Marlon.
Um, this was a close one for me. I think right now I'm gonna take the loss, but I think it's gonna be like a 34 to 28 type of game. Like I think it's just gonna be a high scoring. It's gonna be one of those just good ass games. I got the Lions. I got into an argument with a Lions fan and told them that their window was almost over. I've said almost over because I think uh I think this the last year. Like if they don't do it this year, it's just not gonna happen. Like far as getting to the Super Bowl, because I think that they similar to us when you plan the 4 play schedule is why I have us winning the division. But like worst to first, the Lions and the Saints was two of my teams, so I'm gonna give them the win slightly, but it's gonna be a close competitive game. The Saints gonna cover the spread. It's like plus 7.5. So this gonna be a game within one score, and it's not gonna be like we chasing them the whole time. Like it's gonna be like a close back and forth game for me.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and put you down for the loss for week 1. Would you give me a score prediction?
I'm gonna go 34-28.
All right. Marlon got us with the L. All right, what you got, B?
Man, ain't nobody worrying about them Pussycats in Detroit, man. What are we talking about? The Lions are like 2-5-1 over their last eight. I'm sorry, I think they're 2-5 or 2-6 over their last like 8 week 1 games or whatever like that. Man, ain't nobody worrying about them fucking people up there in Detroit, man. Them Pussycats. They done lost their offensive coordinator. Their defense is shitty. I mean, they got a good run game, so they got to kind of rebuild everything all over again. They still have talent, no doubt. But this is week 1 of the season. If you're gonna beat Detroit, this is the best time to catch them. You catching them early. You catching them when your offense should be ahead of their defense. I mean, that's why I'm agreeing with Marlon when I think it's gonna be high scoring or a shootout to some degree. But man, ain't nobody worrying about them people, man. Saints 1-0. Can't go undefeated if you don't win the first one. Saints in Detroit getting the win, 34-30.
Mm,
Mhm.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
See, I'm stuck on a few games. It's like against like I get to some in the future, but it's like if I give them this one, then I won't give them this one because it's like something with the NFC North. Like I think they're gonna go 2-2 against the North, but I don't know. I feel like I'm confident in them beating Minnesota, but
I
the
mean, you
other
could switch up
three,
at the end, Marlon. Like let's just say we get to week 17 and you be like, oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead on to give this team the win, and I'm gonna switch that loss to a win. You know, you can switch up. I just need a final prediction at the end. So, you know, if this one of them game that you might come back and say, you know what, we're gonna win this game, and I'm gonna give this team the loss with us, then you well in your rights to do it. So just let me know. But as of now, you got
got
us with
you.
the loss. All right, so you got us with the loss. B got us with the win. First game of the season, man. I know B. I think B just mentioned, man. They don't do too good. You know, week 1. I do believe, you know, when it comes to playing them, I think that it ain't much that they could just surprise us with. But when it comes to playing us, I think we could surprise them with stuff like they ain't gonna have nothing on film and stuff. The little, you know, patty cake stuff we do in the preseason. Other than that, I think we got the advantage of, you know, element of surprise.
Yeah, and
But
then you do got some injuries. Like the one thing, the dude Kirby Joseph, the dirty player, that's like, but he really good. Like I don't know the status of his knee because he was like he had one of those weird knee injuries, and then like Brian Branch tore his Achilles. So
mm,
like yeah, I would like to know. You know, football players come back sooner from Achilles tears than like basketball players, but that's them. That's gonna be them dudes' first game off injuries with like receivers and pass catchers who can run.
okay. Well, I mean, by the Lions, you know, by them, you know, pretty much been a steady team. I'm gonna go ahead on and get them a win. I'm gonna go ahead on and think it's gonna be something in the realm of maybe 30 to I'm gonna say 23. You know, I'm just
This
thinking
nigga
about
scared.
I'm just hey, I am scared for a reason. I'm scared for a reason when they put Aiden Hutchinson in that inside. I'm scared for Riley when they have Jameson on a streaking route. I'm scared for Kool-Aid McKinstry when they just have St. Brown just doing all type of stuff to him. I'm scared for Reed when he lined up against Laporta, like, and then Gibbs, man. Woo. We can and oh boy.
It's Gibbs and James. It's Gibbs and Jameson. Probably Gibbs and St. Brown because I don't know who's playing in the slot. But
Yeah, I'm glad we got
Laporta, another one. Like he coming off a broken back. Like you got to when some of these dudes who they got coming off injuries, you got to like see how they play because they coming off like serious shit. It ain't like though. Oh, he just had a hamstring strain. Like you got dudes coming off a torn Achilles, a nigga with a PCL injury that they can't diagnose, a
mm,
guy with a broken back. Like it's like they got some great players still, but like the players who coming back, that's great coming off like real stuff.
mm. Well, shit. Hopefully, we could go up in there and tame them Lions, bro. I hope we win, but I'm gonna just go ahead on and get a loss just because it's the beginning of the season. Just like we got the element of surprise we could hit them with, that could also go against us, and we gotta fill each other out. You know, we gonna have a whole new team. We got to see how we operate with. You know, this gonna be the first time Eric McCoy with Shuck. I mean, it's gonna be a lot, and thank goodness that Staley got that boy Miller because man, we got a gauntlet of running backs. Like the first 4-5 weeks, we got good running backs after good running back after good running backs. Like we gotta be able to slow down that run. So I'm glad we did get that boy Miller. So hopefully Miller and Brazika, you know, lock down everything in the interior. But I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the loss. So Marlon, you got us with a loss. B got us with the dub, and I got us with the loss. So for week 1, that's in the books. Now we're gonna go to week 2. Week 2, we going to Baltimore, man. Ooh, but we gotta go see Lamar. We gotta go see King Henry. Ooh, I might be at that game. I ain't gonna lie. It's my cousin gonna be.
I'm scheduled to be there. You might have to
Oh,
link up while we up there, brother.
oh well, shit. We gotta go ahead
Mhm.
on and get some content during halftime. We gotta get some content after the game. Then, if that's the case, I might be at that Pittsburgh game too. So that's another
Oh well,
thing,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Um, let me go ahead on and get your thoughts, Marlon. What you got with this Baltimore game, man?
Um, this a loss for me. Just cause like this dude is like 20. He's like 24-1 against the NFC. Like he's never lost to, or he's lost to like one or two NFC teams in his career. And then you probably gonna play him early, and he's gonna be healthy. So yeah, this just one of those losses.
You really go
Just
off stats like
I'm
that?
Oh yeah, that shit matter. Like, bro, the only team he ever lost to was like the Eagles the year they won the Super Bowl, and he got like a weird loss to like Daniel Jones and the Giants. But other than that, he's never lost to any other NFC team.
Mhm.
Like, it's just weird. But I think it's gonna be a. I just want them to keep it competitive, basically. Like, I'm not saying Baltimore not no like. I think it's ways to exploit them. Like, I will be looking to exploit a guy like Roquan Smith. I don't think Roquan Smith is good anymore. I will be looking to exploit. I think there's ways you can really take advantage of. I know they got Kyle Hamilton, but like you can really take advantage of like a Nate Wiggins. You can use his speed against him. You can take advantage of a player like Marlon Humphrey. His career is over, by the way. He was the worst corner in the league last year. Like they got some advantages. It's just me believing in Lamar, especially early in the season, full healthy. Like that's just I think it'll be a I think they won't get killed. Like it'll be a respectable game.
What's the score?
Um I go 28 to 20.
Mhm. All right, that's a respectable game right there. 28-20, losing by 8 points. They ain't bad. Um, let me see. You there, B?
I'm here, fam.
All right, what you got beef with the Saints versus Baltimore in Baltimore?
Yeah, I think it's a loss, man. I think it's gonna be a tough game. Though. Like
This
it wouldn't
nigga
shock me.
scared.
It would. Oh man, why would you say that about me, man? Come on, brother. I'm just trying to do my best out here, man. Nah, bro. Nah, I can't see them beating Baltimore. It's not even the Baltimore Ravens. It's the back-to-back road games that early. It's like you get past Detroit, you come back to New Orleans, you're damn near on a short week or whatever like that. You got to go back up to Baltimore. I told y'all I'm a logistics dude. That going up to the Midwest, coming back down, going up to the East Coast, coming back down. I think that's a bad recipe, man, for back-to-back wins. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm damn near on my home McHugh shit. I'm damn near about to start picking the Saints to go 17-0, bro. I ain't lying. Like I think they have a real chance to beat Baltimore. I think it's gonna depend on like once I get a chance to like see them in preseason or whatever like that. I think they might, but for now, without seeing anybody just on paper, I'm gonna go with Marlon, man. I'm gonna say like, man, Lamar just it's early in the season. He should be healthy. Him and Henry both. They should have their full complement. They got a new coaching staff with Jesse Minton now, which gonna focus more on defense. And definitely getting Lamar out in the open again. So man, I'm thinking it's gonna be a close one. It'll be more of a low scoring game, which I think the Saints this year gonna have to win high scoring games. I think any low scoring game is not gonna favor them. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
take Baltimore, man, and I'm gonna take them with an edge win. It's gonna be something like 23-17 or something like that, or 23-20.
I think that the Saints gonna lose this game. This game right here in Baltimore. Ooh. Now I ain't gonna lie. If I do go to that game, I do want some blue crab. So if I leave with a loss, I'm at least leaving with something. I'm getting me some blue crab from
Mhm.
out of Baltimore. I'm gonna leave with something. But I do think they got the new coach. I do think they got the new offensive coordinator. I do think they got that new center. So I think that's an advantage for the Saints. A bunch of stuff that Baltimore got to get accustomed to, and I do think that the Ravens just gonna still figure it out. Just because they just a team that's been in contention over the past couple of years, bro. And Lamar, he done won MVPs. Like you just got to go with the more seasoned, more better quarterback at the time right now. So I'm gonna go ahead on and give them that dub. I think they probably gonna beat us maybe somewhere along the lines of 27, maybe to 23. I think it's gonna be a close game, and that's all you can ask for. As long as we don't just get blown out, that's all we can ask for. Now, being down 0-2, that ain't gonna sit well with a lot of Saints fans, but I think some Saints fans gonna understand that, man. It's the Lions, it's the Ravens, man. We gotta go get this win in week 3. And when I say week 3, I'm talking about no other than the Raiders, bro. Like we don't know who we gonna play out of Mendoza. We don't know if we're gonna play Kirk Cousins, but we do know Clint Kubiak. He gonna be the head coach. He kind of, know what our disadvantages is, and I think that he could try to exploit that, man. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of wanted him to be the head coach instead of Dennis Allen, but things worked out still how they worked out. I'm glad we got Kellen Moore, and I think it's going to be a very good cat and mouse battle between Staley and Clint Kubiak. So I'm very much excited to see this game. What you think about this game, Marlon? Week 3, you already got us with two losses. Our back
I think
against
the
the wall.
Saints. I think the Saints win this game. I think the Raiders, like I think they'll be a better team, but like I'm not fearful of Kirk Cousins. I think you can take advantage of them defensively still. Obviously, they still kept Max Crosby, but like this is the start of a rebuild. Kirk, you're gonna be playing against Kirk Cousins. I'm interested to see their running backs because I'm not gonna lie, I talk a lot of shit about Ashton Jenny. Think he was a good player. I just when you compare him to Jeremiah Love for me, that's just a Jeremiah Love is just better in my opinion when you compare like comp and the running back prospects. But I I'm interested to see how they check Brock Bowers and Genty, but I think the Saints win that game. I say they win by like a touchdown, like a 27 or a 24-17 type of game.
Mm.
But they are in control of the game pretty much.
Is that a must win?
I mean, if you 0-2, you don't want to go to 0-3, but I say that's a must win. That's one of those games. I think it's some games you have to win. That's your home opener. Like the Saints starting 0-2 shouldn't get anybody like discouraged, but you can't start 0-3.
Mm. All right, man. What you got, B, man? We got the Raiders home opener. You already got us going 1-1 coming into week 3. What we doing against this Raiders led by Clint Kubiak, B?
Led by Clint Kubiak.
Yep.
Can you hear me now, fam?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now, fam?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Come out and come back in, B. All right. Trying to get B back on here for y'all.
Mhm.
I need to connect them out. Baltimore Blue Caps suck ass with no season. Damn. I thought they was known for their blue crabs. Yeah, you there, B? Mm. Yeah, boy. B got a whole bunch of windows coming in the chat real quick. Hold on. Yeah, you can hear me, B?
Yeah, can you hear me, fam?
Yeah.
I swear, bro, I'm going over there chat for liar, dog. I don't know. I don't know why my phone tripping. But man, look, for Kubiak, I ain't worrying about what their daddy name was, man. Gary Kubiak, I ain't worrying about none of them. Saints gonna blow these people out. It's gonna feel like it's gonna be one of them celebration games in the dome. It's gonna be back to back big winners for the Saints, man. When it comes to the Raiders and that other team that we're gonna get to in a minute, but I think the Saints gonna smoke them people. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't think Mendoza gonna finish. Let me not say I don't think he's going. I hope he don't finish the season. Me personally, I hope the Saints break him in half and put him on injured reserve. I don't like him. I ain't gonna never like him, and I hope he lose twice.
What he did to you?
He a Trump supporter. I hope he pop both Achilles.
Hey, do you think this is a good game for the guy we signed to get his get back?
I don't know about all that, man. I don't know if that's gonna be the game for him, bro. You know, I think the Saints gonna have it's gonna be like the old days, man. The dome gonna be rocking. Everybody gonna get a chance, but as far as I don't know about all that, man. I don't know about no revenge games and nothing like that for nobody.
Hmm. Well, I mean, what you got for the score?
I think this gonna be one of them. Like I said, it's gonna be one of them parties. This gonna be one of them 38-17 type games.
Ooh, 38, boy. Almost ate that 40 burger. Uh, all right, shit. I'm gonna go ahead on and get the Saints to win too. We all got the Saints with the win in week 3. So, I think that the Saints is going to be a must-win type of game for them. I think they back's going to be against the wall. They do not want to go, 0-3, and then have to climb up out that hole. I think that they know they want to, get this win, especially before Monday night coming up. A lot of people were just worried about if we're going to have a primetime game. It was all said. It was all coming to speculation that we wasn't. Then the ball had dropped. Bam, we getting a primetime game. And not only that, we getting a primetime game against Atlanta, of all people. I didn't think it'd happen, but I think we do want to go into Atlanta not go into Atlanta, but we want to go into the Atlanta game with some momentum. And I think we just gonna have to steamroll the Raiders. That's when I think Kellen gonna have to just let out his bag. I think that when it comes to getting that dome field advantage back, like the dome ain't been a dome in some years. Like I think this the team right now that got to lead that foundation to get that advantage back. Like we got to, start having it to, the Saints playing at home. Oh, that's a W. We got to start getting back to them type of days. And I think the guys we got right now can lay the foundation for that. Like that's the type of culture that was built, and that's the type of culture that's been gone. We need to go find that again. And the Raiders is a good team to, lay that law down with. I remember when we played them and they couldn't even get past the 50-yard line the whole game. So they very familiar with the Saints are capable of up in the dome, man. I think it's gonna be. I think we could do some work. I think we could do like 34 to maybe 26. I think they got some playmakers that they could use on us to get in the end zone too. I think Genty gonna make some plays. I do think Bauer's gonna make some plays. Like I said, I don't know which quarterback gonna play, but if they have Kirk Cousins out there, I think we could get home. Like I think we could get home. And if they do have the rookie out there, then as long as we ain't got Dennis Allen, I think we could do good up against a rookie. And as long as we ain't got Dennis Allen, I don't think Brock Bowers just gonna go crazy and set all type of NFL records. So and Mendoza ain't gonna just run around on us. But I'm gonna go ahead and give us the win, man. Going into week 4. Now, this is the game right here. Everybody gonna have on their calendar circle. This the game right here. Everybody gonna be in attendance for or damn sure watching at the bar. We got Atlanta Monday night, man. What you think about this game, Marlon? What's gonna transpire? What's gonna be the score?
I got the Saints 27-20. I think it's gonna be a good game, competitive game. The Saints do a good job on Bijan Robinson for the most part, which is like I don't know. Sometimes the Saints, you always get like these players who are like best in the league type players, like Bijan or Julio, but the Saints kind of like hold them in check. So hopefully that continues. And I think it's just gonna be a good game. I think they obviously got to get their get back. Last time, I think the last game of the season last year, I think they would have beat the Falcons if they had like anybody available. But I didn't mind it too much because I wanted the 4-play schedule in the top 10 pick. But I think they're gonna definitely beat the Falcons. I think the dome gonna be juiced up, and I think it's just gonna be a good competitive game. But the Saints will win.
Mhm. Okay. What you got for the score?
I said 27-20.
Okay, 27-20. All right. All right, B, what you got for this Falcons game, man? It's gonna be Falcons hate week, man. It's gonna be Monday night. Lights
You can
gonna
hear
be
me,
bright.
Mom?
What
Because I
you?
know my phone kind of tripping.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Mm, Y'all gotta excuse the.
You can hear me, fam?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Look like so much for that idea, huh, Marlon? Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what it be.
It's straight. I can hear him. He's been clear the whole time.
You can hear me, fam?
Probably just his.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I bet, man. My bad, bro. This is wild, man. I swear, man. I try for lie. I ain't doing nothing but going across it. I know this bitch long, but shit. As far as Atlanta, bro, look, blowout win. I now do I think it's gonna be like the Raiders win? Don't know. But I know the Saints gonna be amped up for that game. I think the Falcons haven't even got a chance to see what Tyler Shuck and Kellen Moore are really about just yet. I think they had, it was me, you, and Marlon out there trying to play, trying to play as skill positions, man, for the Saints. So now with A-Chain, now with Tyson and the complementary receivers, with Olave being able to have one-on-one coverage because you can't double him no more. Man, I think the Saints gonna smoke them people. I'm talking like 27, 27-16, something like that. It's like the score might not even look as dominant as the game is for the Saints, but I think the Raiders and the Falcons are in for a lot of trouble when they come against the Saints in 2026, bro. I think that's gonna be like back-to-back dome rocking games. Especially for Dome coming. It's gonna be a lot of fanfare. It's Monday night football. You're gonna give Saints fans the only primetime game of the year. You're gonna give us all day to get liquid and amped up. Oh, good luck.
Yeah, man. I think the Saints gonna win this game too as well. I think when it comes to Monday night football, we knowing what's at stake, they knowing what's at stake, we knowing we better. I think we got better skill positions than them. The only thing I think they got better than us is probably Bijan Robinson at running back, and that's about it. I think we better than them people. Like we just got Ellis from them, So I don't really see too many, you know, spots where they just better than us at. Other than that, as far as what the score gonna be, I think we could put up like a good 30 on them. I think we could put like a good 32 on them, and I think they could get in the end zone us a couple of times. They probably get like 24. So I'm gonna say like 32 to 24. I think it's gonna be a game right there that's gonna put us in 500 territory. So we'll lose the first two games, we'll win the next two games. So as of now, I got us with 2 wins. B got us with 3 wins, and Marlon got us with 2 wins. Now we're going into week 5, and we have nobody other than, let's see who we
Giants,
got.
huh?
The
Uh,
Vikings.
the Vikings. Okay,
The
yeah, we got
Vikings, all
the.
right.
Okay, yeah, we got the Vikings, man. What you got for this game, Marlon?
I got an ugly game, a
Mm.
ugly defensive game. Um, I got 16-13 Saints. Last minute field goal.
Mm.
I think that the defensive coordinator is good. And I just think it's just one of those games where it's gonna be like field position and back and forth. I don't fear like the I like their wide receiver core, obviously, with Jettas and then the other guys who they have, they're whatever, but they obviously got Justin Jefferson. But Kyler Murray does nothing for me. Um, TJ Hawkinson, I think he's done because I think his knee is finished. And I don't fear any of their running backs. But I just think it's one of those defensive games that's back like a defensive slugfest. And but I think we win and kick a field goal at the end.
Mm. What you got, B?
Man, this is a tough one, bro. Like I want to pick the Saints to win this game, bro, but I don't know. Minnesota just seemed like I don't. I'm not ready to go full home acute because that's gonna be the second half of the schedule, man. But so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give them a loss to the Vikings, man. I don't want to because I actually think they're a better team. I don't see JJ McCarthy being there. You know what? Nah, I ain't doing it. I'm picking the Saints, man. Give me my Saints. Give me my Saints, man.
So
23-20.
so hold on, wait. It's gonna be JJ McCarthy or Kyler Murray?
Oh, you know what Kyler is. Oh, damn, man. I was hoping I forgot about Kyler being up there. All right, man. Look, man, you know what? Ain't nobody scared of that midget ass quarterback, man. Give me my. I'm picking. I don't care, man. I'm picking up from now on. I'm gonna just be delusional. I'm gonna be home Q level. Now give me the Saints in that game against Minnesota too. Somebody we really don't like. Yeah, 23-20 Saints.
Okay, so you got the win, and Marlon, you got the win too, right? I'm Marlon. Mm,
No, I gotta win. I gotta win.
okay. All right. Ooh, now this is one of them games that's just kind of hard to. It's hard to. I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the win just because we home, and I just think that we know, Minnesota, bro. They just always been a thorn in our backside. Like, they like it's just one of them teams, bro. When we play them, it's gonna be one of them teams that's gonna have us high blood pressure game. It's gonna have us, bringing out the cigarette packs, drinking the liquor. Like, it's gonna be a hard fought close game. So that's just one of them teams that's not in a division, but it's a rival. Like the Cowboys, not in division, but a rival. Minnesota, not in division, but a rival. 49ers, not in division, but a rival. St. Louis, well, not St. Louis. The Rams, not in division, but a rival. That team right there just give us fits. So I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna give us the win. Closed game, I think is gonna be 24-21. I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the win. But I know one thing. I know Jefferson gonna cut up. That's gonna be the thing with me. Jefferson with Kool-Aid on him. Ooh, Kool-Aid gonna be barbecued, boy. Um, Now we going ahead on and going to the Giants. This game right here got a lot of people waiting to see it, bro. I don't know what happened with this rivalry, but for whatever reason, this probably be another game that might not be in a division but a rival. Because the Giants fans just keep on coming to us comparing Jackson Dart to Tyler Shuck. I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is. What you got for this Giants game, Marlon?
I got the Saints winning. They lost to Spencer Rattler, bro. It's like it's nothing that they can fucking do to tell me anything. And then like I think Malik Neighbors gonna start the season on pup. Like he tore his knee, and pup, you got to miss like 6 games. So I think that's big. Like I got Malik Neighbors is like the he's only played like 19 games in his career, but I think he's already like I think he's clearly a top 10 receiver in the league, and then I think they'll still be without him, in my opinion. So like I think that's big. So I got the Saints probably I'm gonna say 26 to 17.
Hmm,
I don't
okay.
get too caught up in the little rival shit with the Giants because I care about what we got going on, not what they got going on. But I think we win the game. I think Shuck's a better, just flat out quarterback. I mean, he should be. He's older than Jackson Dart by like 4 years, but I just
Damn.
think he's a better player than Dart.
Hmm. Yeah, but I could tell you one thing, boy. They got a hell of a defense. What you got, B?
To me, I ain't gonna lie.
The
I
Giants had a
think
defense, a C-fence, or an E-fence. All ball. I ain't going for. I think it can be at times. I also seen him flop a whole bunch too. So no, I ain't worrying about the damn Giants and Jackson Dart. I think the Saints. I think this is like another rivalry game with Tyler Shuck, because fans got mad from New York that Tyler Shuck was getting a little too much praise, and because of that, yeah, I don't mind going to New York and mixing it up, man. I would take a po' boy over a chopped cheese any day of the week. Give me the Saints. I'm gonna take because of the weather elements and that time of the year. Plus, they got the Paris game. I want to see right after that. I'm gonna take the Saints. I'm gonna take the Saints in a close one. I'm gonna say 17-16 Saints.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead on and get a Saints the dub too, bro. I think the Giants they still trying to figure things out, but they do got a talented roster. Like that defensive front seven is nasty. I do think that they got some stars a lot all over the field, and I think we got some stars as well. But if I just had to pick a team right now, I'm gonna go ahead on and pick the Saints to win this game. I think it's gonna be close though. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. I do think it'll probably be like a close game, like I'm gonna say 27-23. You know, uh, damn sure going to be a game that everybody going to be tuning into. I think it's going to be a fun game. Like I wouldn't have been surprised if that would have been the prime time game, but you know they gave it to Atlanta, and I think everybody cool with that. Now we get into the game that a lot of people, some people they kind of upset about it because it took our home game away, and on top of that, the Steelers is one of the most teams where they fans travel. So a lot of people are feeling like, we got the short end of the stick. And on top of that, they got their head coach who is the guy who beat won it. They got Mike McCarthy. So we don't really know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. That saga right there remains to be, unveiled. I'm getting tired of him. I just can't wait till he retire. He getting on my goddamn nerves. Every single year we got to go through this. But we got the Steelers on the schedule, man. We going all the way to Paris. I might be at that game, but let me know what you think about this game, Marlon. What you got?
23-17 Saints. I don't think the Steelers are that good. Like, I think they got a lot of old players who carry by name value. Like, I'll probably be on record. I think TJ Watt, that contract he signed last year, is the worst non-quarterback contract in the league. Cam Hayward is still like that. I'll give him his due. Jalen Ramsey, all name. Um, Joey Porter Jr., he's a good corner. But like I just think they got a lot of players who not like that. Like DK Metcalf, don't put like I mean he might get you on one play just because he's big and fast, but like he fucking sucks. I don't think that team is good. I think Aaron Rodgers being there makes them 8-8 or 8-9, 9-8, and that's football hell. And I think they'll just continue to be in football hell. So I think the Saints will beat them
Mm.
pretty much. Yeah.
So you got us losing the first two, then 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
I
5
got a streak
wins.
going, and I'm not stopping. Right, I'm not stopping yet either. So I got a streak going.
Ooh, okay. All right, what you got, B?
Come on, man. Saints ain't losing in Paris, bro. That ain't happening. Even if the NFL had to put it in a script, they ain't losing in Paris, bro. That ain't gonna happen, man. I'm gonna be out there. I will say this: they lost last time I was overseas, man. They lost to the Vikings on that weak ass the effort they put out there, man, in London. But again, we're in Paris this time. It ain't happening, bro. They're not gonna let the team with the emblem and all of that, man. They're not letting that team lose in Paris. So I'm gonna take the Saints to beat the Steelers. And plus, like you said, man, we don't know what's up with Aaron Rodgers or who their quarterback gonna be. I like Mike McCarthy a lot, especially as a dude who has a veteran team. But without his quarterback, he like this ain't gonna be with Green Bay. He's just not gonna take a third string dude, throw him in there, and all of a sudden this gonna work. That ain't gonna happen in Pittsburgh because they ain't got the weapons like that. They don't really have the run game nor the pass game for him to just try anybody out there and say, "All right, go make it happen for me." And Aaron Rodgers, to be honest, I don't even care if he out there. That dude washed now, bro. I mean, and I don't mean washed like as in, he's, just starting to get there. No, I mean this boy is washed, rinsed, tatted, raggedy, hanging on the clothesline, and the neighborhood, cats is starting to, rip the damn shreds. That boy done, man. So
Bro,
give
they
me my
really
Saints,
like
bro, and give me
literally.
my Saints big. I think the Saints gonna put on a party in Paris. Give me my Saints with a 33-24 win.
What you about to say, Marlon?
They like he throw a bunch of 3-yard checkdowns. Like they don't even. It's just nothing they do is fun. Like it's
Hmm.
just a lot of old vets, and they basically what the Saints wanted to be. Obviously, they got remember when the Saints said we want to be like the Steelers. That's football hell to be like that. I would hate to be in that situation. They got zero chance to win a Super Bowl, but they won't be bad enough for a high draft pick to get a future quarterback. It's awful over there.
I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the dub too, bro. Just because I just think around this time of the season, I think we're gonna start to find our groove. I think a lot of the camaraderie gonna been built. I think a lot of the chemistry gonna been built. I think we're gonna start to find our footing and just we're gonna want to leave a good win before the bye week, because I think after this Paris game we got the bye week. So I think we're gonna go out there, we're gonna get our bonjour, we're gonna get our all our lingo ready, and we're gonna go out there, get some good eats, and we're gonna go out there and try to get this win against the Steelers. I do think it's gonna be a close game because the Steelers are just one of them vet teams that just you got to bring your lunchbox with. You gotta be ready to get real physical with. It's one of them AFC teams that's just very hard nosed. So I don't think we just gonna go out there and blow them out, but I do think we could catch the dub, bro. I'm gonna just go with the young gun with Tyler Shuck over old man Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, man, I got us with the win. So far I got us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. B got us with 6 wins, and Marlon got us with 5 wins, and we all got the Saints on a 5-game win streak. So that's how it's looking so far. Next, we got the bye week. So after that bye week, we got to play Shedeur Sanders, man. We got Shedeur Sanders at home. I think a lot of people going to get them $300 AP watches. I think everybody going to be throwing up their wrists up in the dome when Tyler Shuck getting up in that end zone. It's going to be a lot of people up in the dome who wanted Shedeur Sanders. I still hear people to this day at my job in the barbershop out and about saying, man, I still think the Saints should have got Shedeur Sanders, man. I don't know, man. They messed over that kid. But we got Tyler Shuck. I'm happy with Tyler Shuck. At the end of the day, I would like to see Shedeur Sanders have a good career, but not after this bye week. I hope we go up in there and stomp something. Like, we got to go walk these Browns down at home too. Everybody gonna have their $300-400 APs on, man. We gotta make a statement. This gotta be a statement game right here. What you think about this game, Marlon?
I think the Saints will win out the bye. Whether it's Shedeur, Deshaun Watson, or whoever. Like, I think it'll be like a 24, 27-17 type of game. So I got them winning this one and getting the win streak to 6.
Woo. 6-game win streak, boy. We pray for days like this. We pray for days like this. What you got, B?
We might lose to a lot of teams the second half of the season. The Browns ain't gonna be one of them. I don't care who quarterback, and I don't care if Shedeur out there. I don't care if Messiah Watson out there. None of that matter. Give me my Saints. And of course, like I said, I think this year gonna be the year of the return of the dome field advantage, bro. I don't think I picked the Saints to lose a home game yet, and it ain't gonna start this week either. Give me my Saints, man. I think because of Myles Garrett, I think that's gonna be a hell of a task for Kelvin Banks, but I think he up to it. I really do, man. I like what Banks can do on the left side. Hopefully the team is healthy at this point, and if they are, yeah, it's on and popping, man. Give me my Saints. I'm gonna try to temper my expectations a little bit. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say 27-20.
Man, Homer Q gonna hear this shit and be like, man, y'all boys some hypocrites, boy. Y'all all got the Saints going 6-0 mid-season, man. Now y'all won't come on this side. No, stay on that side. Stay on that side. I got the Saints winning again too. I got the Saints on a 6-game win streak. I don't know if we eating the Kool-Aid. I don't know if we drinking the Kool-Aid, eating the cheese, but it's crazy. All three of us got the Saints on a 6-game win streak mid-season. Like, who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? I don't know, man. Maybe we just did some good drafting. Maybe we just starting to, trust the process when it comes to this Kellen Moore experience. But I got the Saints with the win. I think it's going to be a very fun, exciting game. I don't think it's going to be no blowout. I think, they still got Myles Garrett. They still got Denzel Ward. They still got a tough defense. So we ain't going to just be going out there doing whatever to them. But I do think that offensively, I think we more talented. I think we more skilled. I think we got, the dome field advantage. I think at that point of the season, people going to come to the Saints game expecting to win. Because that Dennis Allen game, man, people was getting their car broken into, finding Saints tickets and putting them back in the car. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? We was back into them days. So, man, we up out of that Dennis Allen era. That's all I'm thankful for. And I think we're going to come out there with a win. The dome going to be rocking. And after that, we're going back to the dome to play the Panthers. We got Bryce Young coming home to our dome, and a lot of people, man, they gotta give the Panthers their card, man. The Panthers they surprised everybody last year, and on top of that, they had a good draft this year from what I've been seeing and what I've been reading. So we can't just say that's gonna be an easy game. And the Panthers play us tough every single game. So, man, what you got for this Panthers game, bro? The Panthers gonna be in the dome. Marlon, what you think?
I'm just gonna be like, this gonna be a game where we gonna feel like we should win, and I'm just gonna pick like, cause you obviously get that loss that surprised you. I'm gonna just pick this one, but I'm gonna pick this one as a loss, just as like a loss, and like fans kind of surprised by it, cause like I think the Panthers are the team. If we sweep anybody in the division, I think it should be the Panthers. Like, but for this time being, I'm gonna give them the loss. So I say they drop to 6-3 here.
Hmm, okay. 6-3. What you got? What you got, B? The Panthers coming to the dome. This gonna be our last dome game for 2 weeks. So it's gonna be a while before we be back in the dome, man. What you got with the Panthers coming to town?
I have the Saints split in the division. The division game with Carolina. I think they win at home, they lose on the road, and I think the same thing with Tampa. So when it comes to I think the only team that they'll sweep is Atlanta. That being said, that means I got Carolina losing this one, man. I know it. I drink the Kool-Aid, eat the cheese, shit, make a po' boy. Don't know what it's called right now, but whatever it is, like I said, I just think home field wise, man, I think the Saints are going, like you said, people gonna start coming to the games again, excited, expecting the Saints to win. And I don't think I think Carolina and the Saints are such a mirror match of a thing, man, that I can see Carolina winning the game. I just think it's gonna be such a back and forth thing. The last team with the ball might what was gonna be one of those. And I just think the Saints being at home, they pull it off under Kellen when they couldn't do that under Dennis Allen. So I'm gonna say Saints eke out a close one, and I'm gonna say 26-23, Saints win by a field goal.
I got the Saints winning this game. Bryce Young still got to show me. I gave him respect. I gave him his call last year, but he got to show me again. I think this is gonna be the last year that he got to prove that he's the man up in that city. And until he just come up in that dome and walk us down while we got a good team, then I'm gonna go ahead on and give him his respect. The respect that he's earned. Right now, I do give him respect, but he still gotta show me consistently. I gotta see it consistently, and it might sound like a hypocrite because I haven't seen it consistently with Tyler Shuck, but I'll take Tyler Shuck ceiling over Bryce Young's ceiling right now from what I didn't see over Tyler Shuck last 5 games, and Bryce Young played in the playoffs. So I think I think what Bryce Young did was phenomenal, but at the same time, this is a new year. You got to show it and be consistent. So everybody got to see it wasn't no fluke. Um, I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the win. I'm gonna say 28-24. It's gonna be a close one because they got some good defense, they got some playmakers on offense, they got a good head coach, they got a very good team, bro. Like it's just a good sound team. I can't really say nothing bad about them, but they did lose Rico Dow, and I think he was a big part of their success. Rico Dow and Ted McMillan. So we're gonna see how they bounce back from that. Next, we got to go all the way to the Midwest. We got to go away. We got to go fly to Chicago. We got to go see Dennis Allen defense. Dennis Allen, he been hearing all the stuff we've been talking. He gonna try to put some hot sauce on us. He gonna try to do us like the Ravens did when they was talking about Reggie Bush. I think that he gonna try to have that defense ready, and I think he gonna try to have that defense prepared. We already know Caleb Williams. He had a good rookie year. He gonna try to expound on that. And I think the Bears, with their head coach, I think they're gonna be a team that's gonna be hard to beat this year. What you got for this Bears game, Marlon?
This is how I didn't pick Detroit. I didn't pick Detroit because I think the Saints win this game. And I know people gonna be like, oh, like this is a game where it's gonna be like getting cold in Chicago. I think the Saints still one of these. Like it was either gonna be either they steal the first one or they steal this one. I'm picking this one, so I got the Saints winning this game. I think it'll be like a 23-24 to 20 type of game. Like it's gonna be a close game. They're gonna steal it.
Okay, okay. What you got, B? I know you're a logistic man. It's late up in the year. We going to Chicago. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they get a new field? I'm not sure if it's open or closed, but uh, ain't they?
No, they haven't got a new
They supposed to
stadium.
be
Yeah.
moving to Indiana.
Yeah, the
They
Indiana
ain't that much
Bears.
better. They ain't that much better either. But I mean, if you ever been to Chicago, like Gary, Indiana, and Chicago, it's like right across the street from each other. They ain't that far. So for them to be going at it ain't like they gonna be in Indiana, but it ain't gonna be that much of a difference. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't even know if they're making the transition just yet. But Chicago, Winter, Caleb Williams, Dennis Allen, that's too much for the Saints to handle, man. You know how every year the Saints have one of those games and they'd be like, oh shit, I knew it was coming. I knew I should have been talking shit. That right there, that's gonna be the game when everybody go, oh shit. See, I knew they was frauds. I thought, I mean, they always get your hopes up. It's gonna be one of them games. The Bears gonna beat the shit out the Saints.
Ooh.
They gonna beat the dog shit out the Saints. And it's gonna be
I don't
one of them
think
games that's gonna have
I
everybody
disagree,
down and
man.
frustrated and be like, see, I knew them. It's gonna be one of them. Man, look, we Kellen Moore too soft on them. It's gonna be all kind of shit being talked. Now, all year long, everybody been hooting and high-fiving till they go to Chicago. That's gonna
Mm.
be the game when the Saints get belt put the ass, and we gonna all be like, man, look, you know what, bro? Just dust yourself off. We're gonna be asking, did you at least pinch the bitch? It's gonna be all kind of shit. But yeah, Saints get their ass whooping. It's gonna be a bad one. It's gonna be like 38-17 or some shit's gonna be like the opposite. Saints gonna get their ass smoked.
Why you disagree, Marlon?
I don't think Chicago got to show me that they can whoop a team like that. I trust them running the ball. I like Caleb Williams. I'm a big fan, but like, I mean, that game last year, yeah, they beat us. They ran the ball good, but like, he didn't do shit. Like, if Rattler could have took care of the ball, I thought we could have won that game. And in certain games of like teams we played, like I don't want to disrespect Rattler and like because he did the best he could, but it was clearly obvious you couldn't run a full offense with him. And I got a lot more faith going into some of these games with a bigger quarterback that you can a better team around this quarterback that you can run a full offense with. So I think the Saints can steal one of these games. Now I feel that way about the game next week. I don't think the Saints beat the Bengals. I think that's the one game where I'm confident they don't win.
Mm. Mm. Well, I mean, I think the Saints
I
lose.
missed what Marlon said. He dropped off on my side.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
I
hear me?
was saying that you hear me now?
Nah, I can't hear Marlon at all no more. I don't know what it might be my side though. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard him clear a minute ago, and now I
Come
can't
out
hear
and
nothing
come
on
in.
this side.
Come out and come in, Marlon.
All right.
He about to come out and come in, B, but
For
he
sure,
basically was saying he disagree, and he gonna tell you why when he come back in, I guess.
for sure, for
But
sure.
yeah, I definitely want to see this game against the Bears. I think you the Saints fan in a nutshell, nigga. Niggas sprint off 7 wins, and then soon we lose to Dennis Allen and the Bears. Oh, I knew he was fraud.
I'm telling you, bro, that you know I ain't lying when it happens. Like that's a safe fan for you, boy. I mean, who that high five talk shit? We back, and all of a sudden one loss after 7 wins, be like, man, I knew it.
Yeah, man, I can see
You
Corey
hear me
with the
now?
fade and
Yeah,
Mayo
I can
making
hear
a
you
skip
now,
out there
Marlon.
now.
All right. I was just saying that like I like Caleb Williams, but I think that like I think he been getting crowned in a way of like, oh, they just about to be like this greatest show on turf. Like I have more fear about the Bears running the ball at this point. Now I think the Bears got one of the best tight ends in the league, and Loveland. I think he'll be more involved this game. But I think the Saints, like some of these teams who they played last year, they saw Spencer Rattler. Like, and it's no offense or no knock to him, but like it's a clear difference of the type of offense you can run with Rattler versus what you can run with Shuck. And I just think I have more confidence in going into the game with Chuck, a big quarterback who can make all the throws on the field, and you got better talent around him than like if we were going there with like Rattler potentially. So I think this is one of the games that they steal, and I think like next week the game the week after this one against the Bengals will be the one that I'm like more fearful of far as like you gonna be there like, damn, they just got their ass whooped this game or something. Like that's the team who I think Mike can whoop the Saints ass. I don't think the Bears, if they beat the Saints, they beat them. I don't think they can whoop their ass like they did last year because I don't think that they playing that type of quarterback.
I can respect that. I actually have the games flipped. I think I got the Bears spanking that ass, and I got them losing the shootout to the Bengals. Oh fuck, I'm ahead on that one. But yeah, I think that's what it like. I'm not far from you on that one. It's just when they take that ass whipping. Like if Joe Burrow beat their ass, it's almost expected. Like that's Joe Burrow, man. Like Joe get a pass in Louisiana. If Caleb Williams spank that ass, it's gonna be like, man, here we go again. I knew them. That's why I picked it like that. But I ain't mad at your logic on that one at all.
No
Is it more?
problem.
Is it more Caleb or is it more Dennis Allen?
It's a
I
little bit.
don't.
It's a little bit of a perfect storm. It's like I don't think Caleb is a bad quarterback. I don't think he's great, but I don't think he's bad. I think he's going to elevate, but I think he's good enough to where he can win a blowout game. I think Dennis Allen is good enough to come up with a defensive plan to slow the Saints down enough because we still don't know what the Saints have as a run game right now. So that puts all the pressure on Shook. And we still have to figure out how everybody gels together. No doubt, I think the Saints going to be a better second half team than first half. But I still think everybody is due that one bad game. I think that could be it. I think the weather is going to play a factor. So it's like it's that perfect storm of everything that can go wrong will go wrong. And I'm just praying that, the Saints are injury free. Because again, like I said, I think the next week they're going to be in a shootout with the Bengals. And it's going to look like, damn, they ain't that bad. It's one of my thoughts. But fuck, they still lost. Like, so it's going to be like all of that. Damn, I'm jumping off the bridge because I can't believe the Saints just got the ass whooped by the Bears. It's over. The season is over. I knew them niggas was frauds. And then the very next week it's gonna be, damn, well, they went toe-to-toe with the Bengals. Maybe they're not that bad. That's the emotions of a Saints fan. And that's why I have it that way. Now I could be totally wrong, and I don't give a shit if I am or if I'm not. This early predictions. We ain't even seen them boys play a single lick of practice yet. But that's how I see it playing out on paper.
I
Yeah,
don't. I don't think. I don't think. I mean, Dennis Allen's whatever. I'm not worried about him. Their defense isn't good. They don't have a good defense. They
okay.
forced a bunch of turnovers, but you could do whatever the fuck you wanted on that defense if unless they forced a turnover, and turnovers don't travel year to year. And
Sure the hell don't.
they didn't add the pieces that they needed to elevate into a Super Bowl team defensively, especially not on the front end because they don't get a pass rush. And yeah,
Not with
they
their
really
front four,
just
they don't.
yeah.
Hmm. Well, yeah, man. Just like B was saying, just the Saints fans in a nutshell. You just spent all 7 wins and then you lose to the Bears. Because people got emotional investment. People hate Dennis Allen. People, want that get back just to go put up 40 in his house as the defensive coordinator. I can see Corey with the K and Hold the Mayo making a skip about that after the game. Boy, I could just see it right now. I could just see it. Them and Jono, but. I'm gonna have the Saints losing this game, man. The Saints then spent those 7 wins. We finally go on the road again, uh, to go to the Bears house in Soldier Field outside. It'd probably be cold. I'm gonna go ahead on and give the Bears that win. I think it's gonna be a physical game. I think it's gonna be one of the games you got to bring your lunchbox for. I'm gonna go ahead on and give them the win, 24 to. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 17. I think that's gonna be one of them games where Dennis Allen gonna just have a last laugh. But at the end of the day, I think we still gonna have a good record, so we ain't gonna be tripping like that. But we damn sure gonna be mad we lost that day to him. Anybody, it could have been anybody but his ass. But I'm gonna go ahead on and give us the loss. Next, we got. Let's see who we got next.
Bengals, huh?
Yeah, we got the Bengals. So yeah, Joe Burrow, we got the Bengals. What you got, Marlon?
I'm gonna take the Bengals for this one. I just think they're gonna be a real good team this year. Actually, I think their defense actually improved. Um, I don't think the Saints like gonna get blown out or anything, but I got the Bengals 34-23, something like that.
Hmm. Chase gonna be running wild, huh? Running wild on Riley and Kool-Aid, huh?
I mean, it's not just gonna be them two. He lined up all over the place. So
Ooh, that boy gonna
yeah.
smoke us, boy. What you got, B?
I'm told you, I think it's gonna be a shootout, bro. And I think the Bengals winning this one already going through, bro. I think there's no way in the world they're gonna be able to slow down Burrow and Chase and Higgins and all of them boys, man, that ain't about to happen at all. Not here, not ever. Like I think it's gonna be a nice little shootout. It'll be a back and forth. It's gonna be one of those ones to where the Saints get down by like 14 early. So we're gonna be like with the here we go again shit. You just got your ass whooped by Chicago. Now the Bengals that came out and dropped 14 on you in the beginning of the first quarter. What the hell is y'all doing? Damn, I hate this team. Wait. Oh shit, they coming back. Boy, I told y'all the Saints was gonna be different this year. I'm telling you, that range of emotions gonna be crazy with these end games because everybody gonna be on that high from them winning early. Because again, we're talking about a team with one of the easiest schedules in the NFL this year, bro. I think they're like top 3 in the easiest schedule. So if that's the case, then I mean, come on, man. At some point, yeah, it's gonna happen. So give me give me the Bengals winning this one in the shootout, 30, 30, 37, 30, 37, 30. Bengals.
I got us losing this game too. We all got us losing against Burrow and chasing them. Once again, man, it's a good team. I think the Bengals always could be a contender so long as Joe Burrow just relatively healthy out the season. I do think that it's a game that we going away, so we ain't gonna have the advantage for us being home. And I do think it's gonna be late in the season, and I think playoff positioning and all that gonna be on the line. And I just think that the Bengals, they're gonna try to get that win against the Saints, man. And I just think they a team that, they've been to the Super Bowl. They already, got a winning formula. They just got to get back to it. And I got them with the win, man. I think it's gonna be I'm gonna say 33 to a good 23. I think Chase gonna go crazy. I think he gonna go bananas on us. I think Chase gonna have the type of game that AB had against us in a dome, and Odell Beckham had us against us in the dome when we had them crazy shootouts with the Steelers and that crazy shootout with the Giants. I think Chase gonna come in and just have that type of day. That's just what I think. I think he gonna go crazy. I think he gonna go crazy on them boys. Next we got the Bengals. Now, I mean not the Bengals. We got the Green Bay Packers. We got the Green Bay Packers at home. I'm glad we ain't got to go to Lambeau to face them. It's gonna be late in the year. It's gonna be cold out there. That's definitely a good sign. I know a lot of people like B, they focus on logistics. This damn sure one of them games you definitely want to play at home at this time of the year. And not to mention, Green Bay is a good team. They a contending type of team. And I think it's a team that a lot of people hope the Saints can have that type of success with. Joy Love, he sat for a while. He didn't start till he was a certain type of age. He wasn't a typical young quarterback. And, he had some playmakers around him, and he had a young offensive minded head coach. And that the head coach, he didn't, well, I don't even think he got that same head coach no more. I think he left, but nonetheless he had him, and that's when they had some success. And I think a lot of people think the Saints could try to emulate that. But what you got for the Green Bay Packers game, Marlon, at home? Well, Marlon muted right now, so you could go ahead on
Oh
and
no,
go
no, no!
first.
I'm here.
For
My
sure,
fault, my fault.
I got the Saints winning that one, man. I got the Saints going with the with the shootout win. It's like, okay, so you got spanked by Chicago. Okay, you took your licks or whatever like that. You bounced back, you fought back with the Bengals, but you're coming off of 2 losses in a row. But you're coming home to do so against a good team in Green Bay, which a lot of people gonna be down. But you coming home for that home cooking. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say Green Bay got a little bit of a gauntlet around that time as well. So I don't know how they're gonna be coming into the game. They could be coming off a losing streak. I forgot what their schedule is at this point, but I want to say I think they're coming off of 2 tough games as well. That being said, give me the Saints. I think this is gonna be another. I think this is gonna be a shootout. The Saints gonna kind of regain their footing. They'll pull it off late. I'm gonna take the Saints in a 31-27 win.
Who their head coach is?
I think the head coach
LaFleur.
still is Mike LaFleur. I think he's still in place over there in Green Bay. I could be mistaken on that.
I could have sworn they fired him, and he.
I think his brother got a job somewhere now. So I think his brother's in Miami now. But man, this was musical chairs this offseason, bro. So everybody could be everywhere.
All right, Marlon, what you got?
I got the Saints losing this game. Probably like 27-20. I think it'll be a competitive game. I just think the Saints, for the scheduling, they got the Green Bay team that's gonna have Tucker Craft and Micah Parsons back, like
Mm.
full go. So I think I'll give them the edge in this game. So I guess with that drop them to 7-5.
You got the Saints with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
All right, yeah, that's what I got.
And B, you have them. B, you can hit Marlon now.
No, I still can't, man. That's not Marlon fault though. That's on me. Somebody called me and it threw everything off.
Oh, all right. B, so far you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins on the team.
9 wins, 3 losses, huh?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought so. All right.
All right. I'm gonna go with a loss this game. I think Green Bay, one of them teams, they just good, you know, especially if they do still got the head coach, you know, because I thought they fired him, but I don't know. I must be tripping or having confused with somebody else, but I think the Green Bay Packers are just a good team. You know, they got Michael Parsons on that defense. He gonna be head hunting. I think he gonna try to be a very much of a disruptor of that game. Um, as far as the score go, I think Jordan Love and I think Tyler Shook gonna light it up in a dome. I think it's gonna be 30. I think it's gonna be like 36 to 30. I think it's gonna be like 36 to 30. I think it's gonna be a shootout, high scoring type of game. It's gonna be turnovers. It's probably gonna be a punt return or a kick return somewhere in there. It's gonna be one of them crazy type of games. But I do got them with the win. And next we got the Panthers again. I'm gonna go ahead on it. Go to UB. What you think gonna happen with the Panthers?
I had the Saints splitting with them before the season. I ain't going to, looking at the schedule when I first seen it, I ain't going to change it now. I think the Saints get the win versus Green Bay. They get a loss at the Panthers, man. I think it's gonna be one of those, man. Look, we just played a bunch of games coming off that international games. We played, we coming off of that. Then we had to play, a bunch of tough teams. So I think at some point Carolina catches up. And plus, I don't think they're gonna be too bad of a team at all. I think they, them and the Saints gonna fight for back and forth for the division lead. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Panthers to win this one, man. It ain't gonna be no blowout though. They ain't gonna beat the Saints like the Saints gonna beat them. So I'm gonna take the Panthers to win this one in a 24-20 game.
Mm-hmm. All right. You come out and come in, Marlon, so B can hear you.
All right.
That was my fault, Marlon. I apologize, bro. Somebody call my line.
Yeah, man. I think this Panthers game, shit, man. I don't know. I something telling me to split, but I don't know. Really don't know. Let me see what Marlon could say. He probably could make me help pick my decision. All right. Can you hear Marlon Numby? Say something,
Hello?
Marlon.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna come out and come back in because, like I said, I know it wasn't Marlon, man. Somebody called my line and did it, so I'm gonna come back in.
All right.
I bet.
All right. You can go whenever you're ready, Marlon. We're talking about
Yeah,
the Panthers.
this is I gave them that one because I got the Saints splitting with everybody in the division. So I gave the Panthers the first one. So I'm obviously gonna get the Saints this one. So I think they moved to 8-5.
Okay. Let me see. You got us with the win. And what you say the score gonna be?
I'll say 24-17.
Okay. All right. Shit, man, this hard, bro. I don't know why, dog. It's just hard for me to respect the Panthers. It's hard for me to. I know it's crazy because I know they got a good team. I seen what they. Man, I'm gonna put some respect on them people's name. I'm gonna get them people to win, bro. I'm gonna get them people to win. I'm gonna say we're gonna split with them at their house too. I'm gonna give them the win. I think Bryce Young gonna pull off, a nice little, hard fought win. I think it's gonna be. I think we're just gonna have an off day that day. So I think it's gonna be 17 to 24. I'm gonna go ahead on to give Bryce the win.
Oh, so you took the split as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the split, bro. It's just something about the Panthers, dog. It's hard for me to respect them, but I gotta start using the logic. I gotta start using what history says, and history says we split with this team. This team is a hard nosed, hard fought, good
We, to
team.
be honest with you, we don't really split with them. We
We don't.
really, for the most part, we beat them. Like even a lot of the games, like they won a game the year before they got Bryce Young, a game that was completely irrelevant. They won. They won a game in 2018. We had already had the one seed locked up, so it was irrelevant to us. They won a game in, and then they won the game where the game we wanted Dennis Allen fired that game. But like other than that, like the Saints, for the most part, like in games that matter, I say that game and like I think a game in which they when they had Baker Mayfield as the quarterback, like that's the only time they like this decade kind of won. They don't really beat the Saints. Like
Mm,
the Saints, I think have won like 15 of the last 20 against them, including the playoffs. Like the Saints control the games.
mm. Okay. Y'all can hear each other now, right?
Yeah, I can hear more than clear.
All right.
All right, cool. We good. All right, we got the last month left of football. We got 4 games left. Next game we got Tampa Bay, another division rival. We played them in Tampa Bay. Who you got, Marlon?
I'm gonna give the Bucks this one. So
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be like no blowout or nothing, but I'm gonna give the Bucks this game. Because
Tell me
I think
why. Tell me why.
um
Give me a score prediction.
just the split, the home and home. I think a lot of these games gonna be close. Well, I think like the Saints. I think the Saints gonna be is the one team I'm confident in being like for the division towards the end. The Falcons, I don't know because the quarterback situation. The Panthers, I'm a no on because of the defense or because I just don't think Bryce Young is good, and they also play a first place schedule.
Mm,
So
okay.
I think they can be, but I think that Saints Bucks game is going to be at the end of the season. It's going to be for the division. That's my like
Mm,
personal thought. So I think I'm gonna give the Bucks this one.
okay. What you got, B?
I got this the reverse. You know how I said the Saints wasn't gonna lose a game at home? That
Mm-hmm.
last one is the one I'm counting on them losing. So I actually have them winning in Tampa and losing at home because I think the last game of the season is not gonna be a game that they need. As
Mm,
wild as that is, I think the Saints should have the division locked up by that time. Now everything could change on that one, but I think the Saints gonna have the division locked up by that time because, like I said, I have them sweeping the Falcons, splitting with the Panthers, splitting with the Bucks. And the reason why I have them splitting with the Bucks is because of that last game. If they got the division wrapped up, I don't see them really being like, what do we need to play our guys for when we got a home field game going into the playoffs? So I'm gonna go ahead on and give them. What we at right now? I got them with 4 losses.
You have the Saints with 1, 2, 3, 4 losses.
4 losses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Saints to beat the Bucks.
Okay. Would you say the score was?
I'm gonna take a close score, man, because I ain't gonna get carried away with it. I still think the Bucks are gonna be a good team this year. So give me a close win, man. Let's say 26-23.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead on and have us with the loss too. I'm gonna go ahead on and have us splitting. Damn, hold on. If I have us with the loss, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Shit.
This nigga scared.
Hold on, man. The Panthers probably gonna have to come up off that L and give us that win. Fuck that. Let me go ahead on and change that. So yeah, we beating the Panthers. We ain't about to lose 5. We ain't about to win those 6. We ain't about to win those 7 games, then lose 5 in a row. Yeah. So we beating the Panthers. We losing against the Bucks. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and say we're gonna lose against the Bucks. They gonna have their home game that week. So I definitely have us splitting with them. So we're gonna get that get back. So I'm gonna have them, winning this game just sheer off a division game. And on top of that, I think the Bucks had a pretty good draft from what I've been hearing. I know they got Bain. I know that's gonna be, they head coach new toy. So man, I think they gonna still be a pretty formidable team. I think they're gonna be good. Now, as far as them losing Mike Evans, and we don't know how Godwin gonna continue to, because he be always up and down with his injuries. We're gonna have to see how that all go. But other than that, I think we're gonna still lose this game up in Tampa. Next game we got the Cardinals. I could put y'all prediction down right now. We got
Yeah,
the Cardinals at home.
that's a draft pick game. That's a
Mm.
team that's gonna be because I think the Cardinals got the hardest schedule in the league. So I think around that time, that's where they trying to position themselves for that number one pick.
Mm.
So number one, number two pick. So I think they're gonna lose that game. I think the Cardinals gonna lose that game and the Saints win.
Who they quarterback?
Jacoby Brissett.
Damn.
I by that time you're gonna be playing Carson Beck. So you're gonna be playing against
Damn.
him. And Carson Beck is not a NFL starting quarterback.
Mm. Give me this score prediction. I'm curious to see what this about to be.
Shit, I'm gonna go to Saints.
40
Probably
burger?
I'm gonna go 38-20.
So no 40 burgers. Okay. All right. What you got, B?
I'm gonna give you one. 45-23 Saints. This about to be belt to ass. Good
No, put me
vibrations.
41. Put me 41. Put me at
There we go.
41. Yeah.
Jump up there. This gonna be belt to ass. The Saints gonna beat the piss off the Cardinals. But here's gonna be my caveat. It won't be Carson Beck. It won't
Mm.
be Jacoby Brissett.
Mm.
Spencer Rattler is gonna be the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals when they play the Saints.
Mm. Okay. I see a hot take right here. What's going to transpire for this to happen, B?
I think Jacoby Brissett he's not a bad quarterback, but he's not a starter. And even though they're talking about about to rework his contract and pay him like a starter, that's because they don't have anything else to do. Carson Beck, not that dude to me. And if you're gonna put Carson Beck out there, you can get a Saints a fourth rounder for Spencer Rattler. So I think that might be what happens. I think Jacoby Brissett is gonna go down. He's a little bit injury prone. He's older and he's just not good. Carson Beck just not. I don't think they can put their eggs in the Carson Beck is gonna be our future category. But you can say Spencer Rattler has played NFL games, and for a dude to come back to Arizona, why not? And especially if Brissett goes down, like I'm predicting that he will. Man, look, I think Spencer gonna end up being in Arizona. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and say that I think the Saints and the Cardinals make a midseason trade around the deadline. Spencer goes to Arizona. The Saints are gonna use Zach Wilson as their backup. I know that Spencer has the advantage because he knows the offense. They didn't bring in Zach Wilson for just for shits and giggles. They brought him in so he could compete with Spencer and potentially become like the next version of a Sam Darnold, a dude that they have no plans on starting, but they're gonna try to rehab him and flip him later on too. And he's more of a veteran because he's been around longer. So I mean, shit, what you losing if you get rid of him? Keep Spencer. Really nothing to me. And they can always go sign one of them weak ass quarterbacks they got competing right now. Kyle Trask or what's the other dude, man? Easton Stick or somebody like that. That could be your third string quarterback. Like, what the hell?
Mm. Shit, that's a hell of a hot take right now, boy. Who they head coach?
Me and you,
Mike LaFleur.
Mike LaFleur. That's who I thought he went to Miami, but yeah.
Oh, so that's why I
Mike
got
LaFleur.
confused. Okay.
Yeah, it's his brother.
All right. So Spence Rattler, Marvin Harrison. Who's the running back they just got?
Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love. And who they tight end name?
The best in the league, McBride.
McBride. That's a shoot. If Spence Rattler go there, I hope Spence Rattler have a good ass season, but not that week. Not that week when we play the Saints. I think we're gonna bust that ass. I don't know who's gonna be the quarterback, but I can tell you one thing. I think the Saints put up the 40 burger this week. We getting that 40 burger up in that dome. I think we're gonna have the spirits back high again, and we just gonna have to come up off that L that we had with the Buccaneers and shake that off our shoulders and get that win at home against the Cardinals, man. Next we got the Falcons. Falcons hate week again. We're gonna go to Atlanta. We're gonna go to Atlanta and we gonna have to go see about them the man Atlanta Falcons up in Magic City. So what you got for this game right here? End of the season, probably the divisions on the line, records on the line, seedings on the line. What you got for this game, Ollie?
I'm gonna get the Saints a loss. Uh, it's gonna be one of them frustrating losses where you're gonna be like, damn, you could have like potentially clinched your playoff spot this time or got you like, yeah, could have potentially clinched a playoff spot, and you like just pissed the game away. So I think it's gonna be one of them type of frustrating losses. But I think you still gonna have a chance to make up for it the next week.
Mm.
But you gonna wish that you handled business before.
Give me a score prediction.
Falcons 26, Saints 24.
Mm. Heartbreaking loss at the end of the season. What you got, B?
Now I told you I got the Saints sweeping the Falcons this year. I think they about to even up the the career series and stuff like that, man. I think the Saints getting both of them. I don't think this is gonna be a blowout. This is gonna be more like unless Atlanta don't have nothing to play for, which I'm guessing. I think Atlanta gonna wind up being like the fourth place team in the division this year.
That's the one thing that I want. Like, if Atlanta, because Atlanta easily the team who can be like, all right, Tua not it. We know he not it, or Michael Penix not it, and they like at this point, say if they like 6-9, like finishing 6-11 is better than finishing 8-9 and getting like a top 8 pick, top 7 pick. So it depends on the type of like what's going on. But for right now, I'm gonna give the Falcons the win.
I can
Mm.
respect that, but that's the way I'm looking at it as of now. I think the Falcons ain't gonna have shit to play for. White flags gonna be waved. It ain't gonna really be a blowout because it's still the Saints. So they're gonna try to show some kind of pride, but I think the Saints pull away late in that game, man. It's gonna be on edge early because they're gonna be kind of trying to fight because they don't want they got pride and shit like that. But pride comes before the fall, and that's what's gonna happen, man. I think the Falcons gonna fall to the Saints. Not a blowout this time, more of a close fought game. I'm thinking something funky, like some kind of weird ass. Gonna be something like 22-18 or some shit like that. It's just gonna be a crazy game. It's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be frustrating, but Saints gonna win that game. I don't think, and like I said, if the Falcons really don't have anything to play for, then it could get ugly in that second half, especially if they're score watching
Mhm.
or
All right.
draft watching.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead on and get the Saints to win. If we gonna split with anybody in the division, I think it's gonna be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I already gave them the win. When we on the road, so I do think we're gonna go ahead on and sweep the Falcons. I do think that the head coach, he's a pretty good head coach. I think what he did with the Browns was amazing. The year that he had with the Joe Flacco, I think that was good. But they did lose. I think Tyler Algier, I believe. I think they did lose. Uh, well, not I think, but I know they lost Ellis. That's gonna hurt their defense. So I think that the Saints gonna come up in here. We're gonna have some momentum, and I think we're gonna get this win because I think we know what's in stake after the Saints play the Falcons. We played the Buccaneers, which I think the Buccaneers is gonna be even more for the division. So I think that we get the win. As far as the score, I think we're gonna win 27-17. I think it'll be up in that type of score range. All right, last game of the season. We playing at home. We playing the Buccaneers. I think they got that game as to be determined. So right now, everybody feeling like this gonna be the game that's gonna, predict who's gonna be the division winner or predict what's gonna be the season in the playoff. What you got for this game right here? For the season finale, Marlon.
This game get flexed to Sunday night. No, not Sunday night. It gets flexed to Saturday night because Saturday ESPN does the Monday night game on a Saturday, and the Bucks come in at 10-6. They need to win, and the Saints come in at 9-7, and the Saints win, and they win the
Mm.
division and go to the playoffs.
And with the score, give me your score.
Saints 27, Bucks 23.
All right.
Why the hell I
Uh,
feel like I got nervous just not listening to Martin say that shit about
Man, if y'all like the stream, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what you're waiting on, go ahead on and subscribe. We're gonna be turning up for the Saints season, giving y'all a lot of Saints content. Also, if y'all want to ask any question for Marlon, if y'all want to ask any question for B, put it down in the comment section right now, and I'm gonna get to y'all questions in early orderly fashion before I get these guys up out of here. We about to get ready to wrap up the show soon, so go ahead on and put y'all questions that y'all want to ask them now before the stream ends. But let me go ahead on and get your answer, B, man. The series finale, we got Tampa coming to the Dome. It's gonna be a hostile environment for them. Everybody gonna be amped up. What's gonna happen?
if I'm not mistaken, I should be somewhere around 11-5. And if I am, then this is the game that the Saints kind of waved the white flag on a little bit. We gonna rest some players because if they had 11-5, then they probably won the division at this point. Meaning that that we're gonna see what happens between the other three teams fighting with each other or whatever like that. But if the Saints got the division wrapped up, I can see them being like, look, we got a home game in the playoffs. We're gonna go ahead on it. You
You
know,
got us
we're
with
gonna
12 wins.
I got it. I'm at 12.
Yep.
Shit, I wanted to be at about 11-6. I didn't even know we was gonna get 12, but I'll put us at the loss right here, so that puts us at 12-5 because I already had that going in. So I could maybe somewhere where I pick the win, I can take a loss. It'll fluctuate, man. This is just early predictions, but I'm gonna go ahead on and give us a loss because I think that if we got 12 wins, then the Saints got the division on wrap, and they're probably fighting for the 2 seed. So I'm gonna go ahead on and say they get this loss. They'll be focused on the playoffs. They ain't really worrying about nothing. They're gonna be resting their guys, even if it's a division opponent. They'll pretend they're gonna go out there. They're gonna trot out Zach Wilson or somebody like that. Let them get their snaps in case they need them in the playoffs, and that'll be a wrap on that. Tampa will get an easy win, unless again if shit is different at the end of the season. But I think Tampa gets an easy win, probably the only one of the season, and Tampa fans gonna brag like they did some shit, even though the Saints gave them the game. But that's just the kind of idiots that they fucking are. But Saints give them a game and give them a late Christmas present, and they gonna swear to God that's their Super Bowl win, and they gonna pretend that they some kind of relevant ass team. But yeah, I got the Saints losing that one, and I got them losing it not even in a blowout fashion. It's gonna be a fluke game or some shit like that with Zach Wilson out there. They ain't even gonna play their starters, and Tampa gonna brag on it. So I got Tampa winning that game, 23-17.
Shit, I might gotta change something. Let me see. I might gotta. Who y'all think gonna have a better record out? The Vikings, the Giants, the Steelers, and the Browns.
Who's gonna have the best?
Brother,
I'll
record.
probably pick I think the Vikings.
I actually think the Giants might have a better record out of all of them.
Okay,
Because if you look at the rest of the division, the Steelers gonna be fighting their ass off with the teams in their division. Same thing gonna be with the Vikings because they gotta play the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions. So I think all of them teams is mirror matches. So I think that by default the Giants might do it, but no, fuck, because they gotta play the Eagles and fuck the Cowboys. They always.
All right, I'm gonna just change mine. I'm gonna say we're gonna lose to the Vikings. In week 5, and I'm gonna say we win against the Bucks. And for me, that'll have us at 10-7.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna just win over 10 games off the back. So I think I want to be in that little 10-9 win range. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So yeah, I got us at 10 games, man. I think we're gonna end the season with a win against the Bucks. I think we're gonna beat them. I'm gonna say 28 to probably be a crazy little game, crazy little score, 28-19, something like that, man. I think that Baker Mayfield, I think he's a good quarterback. I think that he still got something to prove when it comes to, I think, playing with a chip on the shoulder, and people just doubting him, thinking that he just can't get that playoff run. But we just gonna have to see how it's gonna transpire. I think it's gonna be Shook and Baker Mayfield, gunning for the number 1 spot in NFC South, man. And that's all our predictions, man. Let me see. So our final count, I got Marlon with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. I got B with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins. All right. So I got 10, Marlon got 10, and B got 12. Boy, man. What has a draft and a season has done? That's crazy.
I wanted to go 11-6 because I think the last year we picked them to go like either 5-12 or 6-11 or some shit like that.
I picked 4-13 last year.
Okay, I
remember
wanted to
picking
say I was somewhere around
4-13.
5-6 wins last year.
Okay.
So
All right,
I
man.
definitely think they've reversed it now.
All right, let me see. Jason says, look, y'all, the floor is 8 wins. We sweep 2 of 3 in a division. That's 10 wins, and an upset here and there. That's 11, 12 wins tops. You did say
that's where I'm at.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly where you at, really. And I've been seeing that a lot. A lot of people got the floor is 8 and the ceiling is 12. I've been seeing that. This is Chuck's first year with weapons. I'm not expecting too much.
Fuck that mean?
I guess he gotta see it. He gotta see it. So before we get up out of here, I got two questions for y'all. My first question is: do y'all think the Saints are a better team with AK and Cam Jordan? And if so, how much of a difference you think they could be a better team with AK and Cam Jordan? Me, I think with both of them, they probably a two-game, more win team. Without both of them, I mean, with just one of them, maybe they could win one more game. And I think when we start getting into that, that losing streak in at the back end of the season where I got them losing three in a row, I think the likes of Cam and the likes of Alvin Kamara can play a huge role when it comes to getting the locker room spirits back high and, trying to get this thing back on track and getting on the run. I know, a lot of these guys, they get older and somebody else got to step up. Like Reed, he got to step up probably. Chase Young got to step up. Somebody else got to be a voice in the locker room. Like it just can't be these guys all the time. So, I just want to know, do y'all believe are the Saints a better team with Cam and with AK? Or you just want to just remove these guys and let this young movement start? Go ahead on, start with you, Marlon.
I think like player to player wise, I think probably Cam is more impactful
Mm-hmm.
on the field. Um I'm not I don't want to like come off as disrespectful, but like I think Elvin's done in my personal opinion. I don't People say, "Oh, you can just line him up as a receiver." Well, you have receivers now, so oh, you can just play him on third downs. To play on third downs as a running back, you have to block. Like he was getting rattling killed last year. He gave up 6 sacks and a bunch of pressures. Like his pass blocking numbers, like he's unplayable on those downs at this point. I don't know where he helps you at on the football field. I think I think the Saints running back room is a lot of incomplete. I think that they have a guy. I think that ETN is going to touch 300 plus touches this year because I think they're going to get the full use out of that contract in year one. And I think the help that could potentially be like a RB1 will come the next year because I just think it's ETN and then it's like a bunch of dudes who will spell ETN whenever he tired or if he had to miss some time or something. But I would say Cam probably would help more just because like he can play the run. He's still a very good run defender as an edge. Um, he doesn't generate a lot of pressure on the field, but last year his pressures turned into sacks. And if you're not getting a bunch of pressure, getting constant pressure, you want to at least sack the quarterback, and he did do that. I don't think they should break the bank for him. Obviously, no team in the league is broken the bank, so the number should be down to a reasonable number that's well worth it. But I mean, if you ask me to pick one, I think Cam can help. AK, if he's on a team, he's on a team. But I'm like, I don't think I don't think Kellen really cares. That's why I think he keeps saying, "Oh well, we love AK." And da, da, da. I think like he's like what I get from AK, I can get from a guy like a vet minimum type guy at this point. Other than him just being like a franchise legend, so that's really what I think it is.
What you got, B?
I'm along the same lines as Ballin, man. First and foremost, Cam got a contract offer already. Cam already has a contract offer. Cam's problem is he wanted a multi-year deal, and the Saints gave him what I believe is a 1 year, $7.5 million contract offer. That's what I believe it is, 7.7, something like that. So damn that 1 year, $8 million. Cam want like a two-year, deal or whatever like that, 3 year deal with a two with an option or something like that. You ain't getting that from nobody out there. But I think he wants to come back. What I think he might do is wait closer to training camp, to hurry up and sign, jump in there, something like that, like last minute. But Cam ain't trying to really be out there practicing in that damn heat like that, all hot and shit, man. But he likes being around the guys. He still say we when he talk about the Saints, so I don't think he going nowhere unless he retiring. Alvin, on the other hand, unless Alvin is like your fourth option at running back, I don't see how he helps you at this point. Now he talking like he want to be Mark Ingram type and want to be like, well, let me help the young guys and all this shit like that. He don't never show up to OTAs and nothing like that. So to be honest with you, like I'm with Marlon when he said that, man. Kellen's answer tell me everything. Kellen is like, man, look, if he here, if he not, he not, but we ain't counting on him. And you know when I heard him say that? Derek Carr. You know when I heard him say that? When he was talking about getting a veteran quarterback. Every time you ask Kellen a question and he know the answer, but he don't want to give it to you, he tell you he loves somebody. You know, he like him or whatever. Like, oh yeah, we like Derek. I think he's gonna be a great, he's gonna be a great success, and we'll just see what happens from there. He don't never tell you, nah, fuck him, and he don't never tell you, yeah, we dependent on him. All he tell you is like, yeah, it's good if we have him, and we love him. He's a great player. We'll see what happens next. That tells me everything, because you ain't gotta ask him how he feel about Tyler. Yeah, he'll volunteer that shit. You want to know how he feel about ATN? You want to know how he feel about Olave? He gonna volunteer that shit. He ain't gonna volunteer when you ask him about AK. So man, I don't feel like the Saints are a better team if they got those guys. I just think they even. It's like 1-1A type thing, man. If you got Cam, great. If you don't, all right, whatever.
All right, last question before I let y'all guys get up out of here, man. We've been going on for an hour, 45 minutes, man. Let me go ahead and get this last question off before I let y'all guys go. I had posted Saints Mount Rushmore, and boy, they was cooking me, boy. They was cooking me, boy, like a rotisserie chicken. I'm talking about from the front, the top, the side. I'm talking about just spinning around, boy. And I think they was cooking me because I put the Saints Mount Rushmore, Drew Brees, of course, the universal guy that everybody's just gonna have. I put Cam Jordan. A lot of people kind of agree with that. He's gonna be Hall of Fame bound. And on top of that, I put Ricky Jackson. A lot of people agree with that. Now, the way he came out on the picture, everybody was like, man, there ain't no goddamn Ricky Jackson. So a lot of people was, criticizing that. But this was everybody had a problem with. I put Michael Thomas in that. And I think a lot of people, said they'll put Colston over Michael Thomas. They'll put Alvin over Michael Thomas. Plus, Michael Thomas ain't put in enough work. And on top of that, he's not Hall of Fame bound. And I think a lot of people just had an opinion about that. And it's crazy because Michael Thomas liked it, like the actual Michael Thomas, he liked it, but he ain't just commented or nothing. So I guess he felt appreciated that he was in there. But I want to know what y'all think about the Mount Rushmore of y'all opinion. Like who's y'all Saints Mount Rushmore? You could go first, Martin.
Obviously I got Breeze 1. I got Ricky Jackson. I have Willie Roaf because I think Willie Roaf is like a 2-time all-decade player, and he only played a half a decade in one of those decades. He damn near only played a half a decade in both of them because he think he came in the league like 94. I'm not sure, but like he's 2-time all-decade at left tackle, um, a money position in the league, and then the fourth spot, I gave it to Cam Jordan because I think like his longevity, he's played the most games here. I thought last year he kind of clinched his future Hall of Fame spot. So I gave him the edge. Like on the guys like Michael Thomas, love Mike, but I wouldn't even consider him for this because I think it was only 4 years and he's not going to the Hall. Like for me, you got to be like Hall of Fame bound and to get this type of acknowledgement for me for like a Mount Rushmore. That's how I feel.
It's crazy because I've seen some people having Reggie in their Mount Rushmore.
Come on.
Some people feel like it don't really matter about the issue getting into the Hall of Fame, but like what type of impact you had while you was here. Like I seen a Bucks one, and some people was getting mad because people had Tom Brady in their Bucks Mount Rushmore. So I want to know what you think, B. Who's in your Mount Rushmore?
Well, I'm a little bit older than y'all, fam. So all of my dudes is old dudes. I got Breeze, I got Ricky Jackson, I got Willie Roaf, and I got Morton Anderson. And for anybody questioning why I would put a kicker in the Hall of Fame, Morton Anderson was so damn good. He's a Hall of Famer for 2 different organizations. That's how good he was. Like that dude was he was the Saints' entire offense at one point. Now I know some of y'all younger fans out there may not understand what I'm saying. I mean, Morton Anderson would literally kick field goals to win entire games because the Saints couldn't score. It was the defense and it was Morton Anderson, and that was the Saints' offense. Like that was it. That's how bad they were offensively. So for me, Morton Anderson will always be up there. I love the way you did that though, fam. Like I can't be mad at your Mount Rushmore, and I think that's the problem that too many fans got. They want to criticize, but it's like, look, bro, this is my list. You ain't got to like my list. If you don't like my list, here's what you do: take your little narrow ass down to your nearest location, or
and
you
go
can be
make your
quiet
own.
and go make your own list. It's not that
it,
difficult.
it's
But people are
like
so
we're rap.
argumentative, bro.
But
People are
B, what
so
you feel about?
argumentative.
But how you feel about like take Michael Thomas out of it? How you feel about people saying he ain't had that long of a run or what? Like I say, take Michael Thomas out of it. Just say X player ain't been here as long as other X player, and on top of that, he has no rings, and on top of that, he's not Hall of Fame bound. Like, do you think
I think
impact
people
still matter?
confuse. I think people confuse longevity with impact. So I'm gonna give you the example of what you're talking about. In 4 years, Michael Thomas made himself essentially either arguably the best or the second best wide receiver in Saints history. In 4 years, he did that shit. That's impact like a big dog because we're talking about a dude that came in from his rookie season to, I would say, the time when he got injured, like injured. He was the most dominant wide receiver we've ever seen the Saints have. Marcus Colston was a dog, and Michael Thomas was blitzing everything Marcus Colston did as a member of the Saints organization. Jimmy Graham, certified dog, and Michael Thomas was eating into his numbers. So for me, I think there can be a legitimate case that Michael Thomas' impact is Mount Rushmore worthy. But I can also understand why people would be like, his longevity and his impact didn't match. So I can see the argument, but I think people are crazy to just be like, man, fuck that. He ain't do enough. What you mean? The boy won Offensive Player of the Year. He put up NFL records, and he did this shit all while Brees was in the waning part of his career. This ain't prime Drew Brees Michael Thomas had. This is old man Drew Brees with a noodle arm.
Yeah. Not to mention he came out and tried to play through that playoff game where he knew he wasn't even supposed to be playing.
Hey, man, look, all I can say is, bro, is that if you would have gave Michael Thomas prime Drew Brees, it wouldn't have been what happened to Marcus Colston. Because Colston damn near had 10,000 yards and nobody even knew his name. If you would have gave Michael Thomas prime Drew Brees, they would have talked about him like they talk about Randy Moss and Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Like he would have been on a level of Megatron.
Yeah, he would have smoked Coasting numbers if he played, 10 years, especially if he had Prime Breeze. And on top of that, he was the offense. Like he was the offense for a long time. We ain't never say, man, we need somebody on the other side of Coasting a lot because we had Shockey, we had Lance Moore, we had Reggie, we had a lot of pieces. We had Meacham, we had guys, and Drew was launching that thing up out there. But I do think that Michael Thomas, he embodied a lot of what the city represented. I remember him coming out masked up. I remember him pulling that phone up out. As soon as he went to that, soon as he went in the end zone, I already knew he was grabbing that phone and paying homage to Joe Horn. I already knew it. He used to put Soldier Slim on his stories before the game, and I think what Michael Thomas, I think a lot of the fanfare went down with the injuries, just year after year after year. We trying to see if he's going to come back, and it got to the point where people just wanted him to get traded. And I think it was the same thing with Cedar Deuce. Like you love it when is going if as far as your way or for the team, but you hate it when it's going against your way or for the team. So with Cedar Deuce, when he antagonizing players and all that and talking stuff on Twitter, we love it. But when he did it against us, we hated it. But same thing with Michael Thomas, when he was just, trying to speak his mind in favor of the Saints, going on Twitter, talking about another cornerback and all that, we loved that. But when he was like speaking his mind, saying, man, Saints kind of ain't playing me right here. It's some stuff going on. We hated that, but we loved it when he was calling out Dennis Allen and Derek Carr. So you can't pick and choose, when you like something and when you don't like something. Because Sean Payton did some messed up stuff to players too. I still remember what he did to Keenan Allen. Like Sean Payton was just no angel, but he was winning, so that's all that mattered. But it's going on 2 hours, man. I'm gonna let y'all guys get up out of here, man. Y'all could have some short closing thoughts and give y'all Twitter handle where people can find y'all, man. You could go first, Marlon.
All right. My Twitter handle is ITSRAI Neydoe. It's Rainy though. Just talking a lot about sports for the most part. Um, and my final thoughts is I think like it's good to see the Saints operating like a normal franchise, and it builds a lot more optimism because we can run back this same pod from last year, and I was on this shit like, oh, we going 4-13, we get the number one pick, and like they're doing the right things, and now like I'm optimistic. Like I think they can get 10 wins and make the playoffs. And like a 10-win playoff team that's rebuilding is a lot better than that 8-9 shit that Carolina just did. So like I think they're actually building something. And I think that if they continue to build, like even if they don't make the playoffs, then next year it'll be even better if they continue doing right and just, continue on the right path. And that's good because it gets all the fans back into it because this is it's a good sized fan base, and like we got a lot of diehards, and the previous years were depressing, and I just wanted to get back to what it used to be. So hopefully they continue to pat.
All right, what you got, B?
You can find me on Twitter, X, whatever you call it, Battle Rap Bets, all one word, BATTLERAPBETS, Battle Rap Bets. My closing thoughts, man, is just I'm for the first time in a long time, I'm excited about what's happening, man, for the Saints. I have some real energy going into the season, but the craziest part of that is kind of what Marlon alluded to a minute ago. It's like this is only step 2 of the stepping stones in this rebuild we're doing. Next year, for 2027, 2028 season, when the Saints and the Broncos in a Super Bowl, that's gonna be the time when everything is live, man. Like when they're competing for the Super Bowl and they get to go up against Sean. That's the storyline I'm waiting for. So I mean, for now, man, I'm just gonna kick back, enjoy the ride. Last year, I had no expectations because I thought they was gonna lose, and they did. This year, I'm a little bit more amped up. I'm a little bit more excited. And next year, I'm gonna be full on Homer Q 17-0, black and gold goggles. Every person on the team jersey. You ain't gonna be able to tell me shit. And that's the one thing we haven't been had in a couple of years now. Saints fans ain't had the ability to just start talking shit for no reason. Oh, but do we feel like that now? And don't let them start winning this year. The vibes are gonna be back. The city gonna be buzzing. It's just gonna. It's the New Orleans is a better city when the Saints are winning. And I think we on the cusp of seeing that all over again.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all for coming on the show, man. 2 hours and running, man. Can't appreciate y'all enough, man. Thanks. And when the season start with the preseason and stuff, we definitely got to get back to it. We're gonna start running after every game. But until then, man, y'all take care, man. And who that?
Salute.
Right, I gotta tell y'all, take care, man.
Bless.